Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make my original design of this Loomigurumi, Mike Wazoeski. He is honestly not that big. This is him compared to the size of my hand. He is super adorable and he is actually really easy to make. So let's get to it. So I'm just going to show you everything that we're going to need for the video. You're going to need a body color, and for me I'm going to be using this green color. I don't exactly have a band count yet, but it's around 200, 300-ish bands total. So yeah, you're going to need a brown color or black for the little horns. And for the eye, you're gonna need some white and some black. So just grab your colors, and you're also gonna need your hook. So I'm gonna start off by making the eye because we're gonna add that to the body later. So let me just grab some bands, and we can get started. So we're going to start with our black color for the center of the eye. And you're not going to need too many bands for this part, but for the beginning of the eye, you're just going to make a magic ring with 6 stitches. So wrap a capping band around your hook 2 times to have it wrapped around your hook 3 times. Then you're going to take a band and pull it through and put the other side on your hook, and then pull a slip knot. Then you're going to go back into your cap band and take another band and pull it through, and then you're going to pull through everything on your hook. Then you're going to go back in your cap band and do that again. Pull it through, and then pull everything through, and then go back in again, and you're going to do that until you have 6 stitches on your magic ring, and that 6 stitches includes the one on your hook. So that's 5 and 1 more. Okay, so now you're just going to, oh wait, we also need a C-clip, and I don't know if I actually have one here. Dang it. I'm gonna go grab one. Okay, so you're gonna need to grab a C-clip, and it just looks like that, what I just put down. Those are so you can find your stitches and you remember how many stitches you've done. So it's just easier to do it. You're just going to hook that onto the band around your hook. And then with your white color, we're going to use our white color now. You're going to take one band and do a slip stitch, and that is just pulling everything through that's on your hook, and do like a slip knot so that it looks seamless, and then you can go back into that stitch again and do another stitch, and you're just going to do increases all the way around, so that is 2 regular crochets into 1 stitch. So you're just going to do that around. Oops. Also, while you're at it, go follow my Instagram, and that is called coco.mckenna. And yeah. Okay, so now you're just gonna move your you're gonna take your C-clip off because you actually don't need your C-clip anymore because that is the high, but you are gonna go into the next stitch and tie a tying off band so we can attach it to the body later. And you gotta do one more of those right next to the tying off band that you just did so we can tie it onto the body. And then you're gonna do that. You're gonna do 2 more tying off bands like that, but on the other side, so then we can also, so that we can tie it onto the body. Just pull a tight slip knot and go into another stitch and do another slip knot. So then you can easily just tie it onto the body when you are ready. So now we can put this on the side. Put that right there. We don't need any more white for the rest of the body. And now we are going to make the arms and legs. These are pretty easy to make, but they are doubled bands. So you want to be quite careful when you're doing this because they could easily snap. So you're going to start off by taking a band and wrapping it around 3 times like that. And then you're going to take one band, wrap it around like, so take it and double it. Oops. And so it's extra tight. And then you're just going to pull it through, and that's your first toe or finger. And then you're going to do that again. Wrap a band around your hook 3 times, and then take a band, double it, and pull it through. And you're going to make 1 more of those. Wrap a band around your hook 3 times. Take another band, double it, and pull that through. Oops. Okay, now you're going to take a band, double it, and pull everything that you just made on your hook through onto it. Oops, okay. There we go. Then you're just going to hook the other side onto your hook. And now you have your little toesies. And then you're going to take another band, double it, and pull it through. And you're going to pull it through. You're going to make 2 more of those. If that didn't make sense, I meant you're going to chain 2 more. So you're going to do that. So you're going to take another band, double it, and pull it through. And I think that is it. Yep. Now you're just going to take 1 band, take another band, and tie them together, slip knot them together, so we can tie it down to the body, because the arms and the legs are kind of the hardest thing to attach to the body. But don't worry. Yeah. So you're just going to put it onto a band like that to keep it secure. And you're going to make, I'm going to show you to make 1 more. And then you're just going to make a couple more of them on your own. So you're just going to wrap a band around your hook 3 times. Take a band, double it, pull it through, and that's a finger or a toe. Do that again. Wrap a band around your hook 3 times. Take another band, double it, then pull it through. Make 1 more toe. And you're going to take a band, wrap it around your hook 3 times. Then you're going to take another band, double it, and pull through. Then you're just going to take another band, double it, pull everything through. onto that doubled band. Then you're going to take another band, and then you're going to take, then you're just going to chain 3 from there. 3 doubled bands from there. And I'm sorry if my explaining is a little bit weird. I'm still kind of learning how to explain things better. But yeah, so now, like I did for the first one, you're going to take one band and then another band and attach them together so that we can tie them onto the body really easily later. And as you see, they might curl up a little bit, but that is okay. You can kind of just fix that on your own by moving them around. So I showed you how to make 2 arms, and now you're just going to make 2 more of those for the legs. And I'll be right back when I have those done. Okay, everyone, I have finished my arms and legs, so you can just put those to the side. Now we're going to make our last little add-on for the body, which are the little horns. These are super easy to make, and these are super quick to make, so let's just quickly make them, and then we can finally start on the body. So you're just going to need some brown, not that much, and you're just going to take a band, wrap it around your hook, like once, and then wrap everything again. And then I'll make like a really nice tight capping band. Then you're going to take 2 bands and double them, and then pull it through. And then you're going to take 3 bands and pull it through. And that's the horn. Then you're just going to take 2 bands and make a slip knot with them, and then pull it through so that it's really easy to tie onto the body later on. Just like that. Now you're going to put that on the side, and we're going to make one more really quickly. I'm going to need to grab some more brown bands in a sec, but that's okay. Wrap a band around your hook once, then wrap everything again, then take 2 bands, double them, and pull everything through. Then you're going to take Then you're going to take 3 bands and pull everything through. Then you're going to take 1 band and another, slip knot one onto the other, so then you can tie it onto the body really easily. Just like that. Then you're going to pull it through and just leave it on the side. And I'm going to put my brown away. So now, for the rest of our creation, all you're going to need is green. So I'm going to start the body now, and all you're going to do for the first row is make a magic ring. So wrap a band around your hook, around your hook 3 times. Take a band, pull it through, and do that. Do a slip knot. Then take another band, pull it through, and pull it through again. Everything on your hook. Go back into the cat band. Take another band, pull it onto your hook, and pull it through everything. And you're going to do that until you have 6 stitches, including the one that's around your hook. That's 4. Oops. 5. Last one. is 6. Okay, now you're going to take your C-clip and put it on the band around your hook so that you can count the rows as we go around. And that just makes it much easier. Now we are going to increase around, and by the end of your increase, you should have 12 stitches all the way around, and an increase is just two single crochets into one stitch. So, yeah. Okay. So now I'm just going to move my C-clip up and put it on the band around my hook. You should have 12 stitches now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The one around your hook is 12. And now we are going to do a stitch, stitch, and an increase for the third row. And that should result with, that should have 16 stitches when you are done with that. So one regular crochet, another regular crochet, and then 2 regular crochets into one stitch. And just do that all the way around until you get back to your C-clip. Oops. Also, I don't know if you can hear the background noise or not, but I can hear it. So, I hope that's not bothering you. Because my family's kind of loud. But okay. Also, while you're at it, if you have any suggestions of any video ideas, like things that you want me to try making next, then comment down below and, you know, give me some ideas, because, yeah, I like the ideas. And also, thank you for all my subscribers. I've gained a lot of subscribers over like the past week, and I'm very happy about that, so thank you. Yeah. Then you're just, once you finish that row, you're going to move your C-clip up to the band around your hook. And that's like the top of our head now. And now we are just going to count the stitches to see if we have 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Now you are going to do 4 rows, and you're going to do 4 regular crochet rows all the way around. And yeah, so I'm going to do 1 row with you, and then I'm going to do the rest of my own. So you're just going to do regular crochets all the way around, and yeah. Oops. And remember, if you're having some trouble keeping up with me, then you can always pause the video and just catch up, and then you can unpause the video. Also, I'm sorry for the background noise if you can hear any of that. Really sorry about that. Okay, now I'm just going to move my C-clip up to the bands around my hook. And now you're just going to do 3 more rows, just like the row that we just did. So you're just going to do regular crochets all the way around for the next 3 rows, and I'll be back when I'm done. I have finished the 4 rounds, and if you haven't already done that, then pause the video and go do the 3 rounds that you're supposed to do. So now we're going to quickly attach the eye, and basically I just put it like I don't exactly know how to explain it, but you kind of want to find a spot where you want to put it where it looks like it's in the right place. So I think right there. And I'm just gonna take this out of my hook. Shouldn't do anything to it, but you're just gonna kind of go in and pull the band through so that you can tie it and kind of make it look like, I don't know. But you're just gonna pull the bands in on one side, and I'm just gonna tie it so that it stays attached to the body. And you want to find the right spot, because otherwise it's not gonna look good. But yeah. But you're just gonna double knot that once you find the right spot. And then you're gonna find another spot for the other half of the eye. Just gonna go in with your hook, take the bands, pull it into the head. And yeah. And you're just gonna tie it again. Oops, I don't know why I have my hook there. But and like that. And you have your eye. You can play with it a little bit if it doesn't look too good, or if you need to move it around. But that's the eye. So yeah. Now you are just going to do 2 rows of round with regular crochets. And I'm going to grab some more bands, and I'm going to do one on camera, and you're going to do the other one off camera. And then I'm going to do the other one off camera, and yeah. So just regular crochets all the way around. Be careful that when you're going around, that you don't end up stitching through the eye. I mean, you should probably know not to do that, but just be careful about that. Okay, so you're just gonna move your C-clip up, and I'm gonna go off camera to do one more row of regular crochets around, and I'll be right back. I have finished the second row. Now you are going to grab your arms and your little horns, and we are going to attach them to the body. So let's do that. So the first thing we're going to do is the horns, because those go in first. So before you tie anything in, you're going to want to go into the stitch, grab a band, just kind of do a slip knot so that it'll stay closed and you don't have to worry about any stitches flying out anywhere while we are attaching the body parts to the body. Okay, so I'm just going to get it ready on my finger. But the first thing I want to do is the horn. I'm just going to look at the one that I already have made while I'm doing it, so I can kind of see where I want to put my things. But the horns you kind of want to put in the head. So just, oops. Like, pull it through where you think it will look good in the head for the horns. So I'm going to do, right now I'm doing the one on the left, no, the right side, I think. And I'm just going to do 2 knots so that it stays nice and tight. Okay. And that looks good. So now I'm just going to do one more on the other side. I made the horns a little bit bigger for this one than my last one, I think, because I think I wanted the horns to look a little bit bigger, but that is okay. And you're just going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to attach the horn in kind of the same area, but on the other side, so that they look symmetrical-ish. I mean, nothing can be perfect, but you can try for it to be perfect. So now I'm just going to tie the knot. And then I have my horns. And if you want, you can touch them a little bit to make them look a little better. I think I made them a little bit too big, the horns, but I think it's okay. It's not that bad. It doesn't look terrible, but I think I did make them a little bit too big, but that's okay. Okay. But now I'm just gonna have the arms. I Actually, I kind of like the big horns. It's not like terrible. I don't hate it. I think it's kind of cute. But yeah, you're just going to tie the arm in the place where you want the arms to be. Double knot it. And they do kind of curl up a little bit, but that is okay. That's not bad. Okay. Sorry I keep moving my hands and stuff. It's just that it's kind of hard to keep everything on camera because I'm trying to look at stuff while I'm doing it to make sure that I put it in the right place. But yeah, so you can kind of measure out where you want everything to be by counting the stitches, kind of. So like, I did this arm like 2 things away, and this one I did like 2 again. If that makes any sense, but you can kind of just eye it, and it should go in the right place. You're gonna want to start stuffing it after we finish adding everything, but I think that's for now. We attached everything, so we're just gonna undo that little slip knot. And if you need to pause the video, you can do that. But now we are gonna start closing up. I think so. I'm gonna grab some more bands. We're gonna start closing up our Mike Wazoeski, and we're gonna do a stitch and then a decrease around. So regular crochet and then a decrease. And a decrease is just taking the bottom of the stitch and another bottom of the stitch and doing a regular crocheting them together. So yeah, pretty easy. It's finally quiet in my house, which is kind of good. So yay. Oops. And remember, if you have any suggestions of videos that you want me to do next, just comment them down below. Okay, and your last stitch should be a decrease. Now my bands are curled up for some reason, which is kind of weird. So you're just going to take your C-clip, move it up, and I'm going to go grab my stuffing because we're going to stuff it. And then basically we're on our last row. So let me just go grab the stuffing. Basically, you can use any stuffing you want to, I guess. I'm going to be using batting. It's basically polyfill, but a little bit of a different texture. So, yep. Just gonna add mine slowly because I don't actually know how much I need. I'm just gonna stuff it. And if you want, you can add a mouth. I just thought he looked kind of cute without one. But, you know, you can always add a mouth if you want. You don't really have to if you don't want to. I think he'd be cute with a mouth or without one. But this is the way that I made it and decided to do it. So, yeah. And you do kind of have to touch him once you stuff him a little bit, like to move the stuffing around a little bit. But he's pretty cute, and he's honestly, I don't know. No, to all the people that are still doing rainbow loom today, like, good job. Good job of keeping the trend up, because it's like my favorite thing to do. It's rainbow loom, so yeah. But yeah, so that is that. And now we're gonna do our last row, which is gonna be a decrease till closed, and then we can add the legs. So basically, decrease. Just take the bottom of a stitch and go into your next stitch, and also take the bottom of it. And then just take a band and do a crochet, regular crochet with those two bottom bands. And do that all the way around. So yeah. Also, I don't know if I forgot to mention this, but go follow my friend's YouTube channel. It is called Gamer Kiwi. She does makeup videos and vlogs, and she's really good at that stuff, so I totally recommend for you to go subscribe to her channel and like her videos. Mean a lot to her, because she's kind of like just starting out on YouTube just like I am. So yeah. And so just keep doing your stitches and decreasing, and until it gets smaller and smaller until you have no stitches left. Okay, so honestly you can just remove your C-clip at this point, because you're just stitching it until it's fully closed. So I'm just gonna keep going, like one more stitch I think, because it's pretty much closed. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take a band, pull everything through, and tie a nice tight slip knot. And you can tuck that band in a sec. I just want to move everything out of my way. Yeah, so you're just gonna do a tight slip knot. Then you can go in, tuck the band, make everything look much cleaner. Oops, oh dang. But, yeah, so I'm just gonna tuck the band. Kind of looks a little bit weird underneath it, but you can just kind of tuck mostly all of the bands. It won't look too weird, but honestly, you're not gonna look at the bottom anyway. But now you're gonna add the legs, and this for me was the trickiest part, so bear with me on this. You're just gonna do what you did for the arms, but on the bottom, and the bottom's kind of a little bit of a mess. So you're gonna really wanna bear with me. This is really the hardest part in my opinion, because the legs kind of like, it's hard to know where to tie them on. But honestly, just kind of put them like next to each other at the bottom, tie a double knot, and then the hardest part for the legs, the hardest part is to tie them and then tuck the bands. So you're just gonna tie that. Don't tuck anything yet. Oh no. Uh-oh. The band broke. Okay. So just tie your legs on and then I'll show you how to tuck them. I have to make a new band because I think it actually broke when I did it. Sorry if I'm being a little bit confusing right now. I'm just kind of meaning for you to just tie the legs on and wait so that I can help you tuck the bands, because that's the hardest part for me, and it probably will be for you because I don't know. Okay. Okay, so now it kind of looks like a big mess down there. It really does. You're just going to tuck the bands as best as you can. And you're going to really have to go around the stuffing at this point because it kind of looks terrible. But I don't know. Okay. And I think I did it. So I did my first leg of tucking the bands. I might have a couple other bands that I might want to end up tucking as well, just because they kind of look stuck. They're like sticking out. But just tuck all the bands that you don't want to see. And honestly, I don't know if you want to see me doing all of this tucking, so I'm just going to be right back when I'm basically done. And yeah, just kind of tuck all the bands in as best as you can. Okay guys, so I eventually got all the bands to tuck. It just takes some patience, and I'm sorry for that part being really confusing, but just take some patience. So yeah, don't be too hard on yourself making this. This was a little bit of a easy, kind of complicated-ish kind of design, but in the end it is worth it because you had a super cute little Mike Wazoeski. And yeah, so as I said, go subscribe to my friend's YouTube, which is called Gamer Kiwi, and also subscribe to my YouTube if you want to see more cool tutorials just like this one. And also go follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is coco.mckenna, and tag me in your posts if you make one of my designs, and I will shout you out. So yeah. So yeah, bye guys.